Hello, my wonderful. So I had this thing in my mind for quite some time. Like, I keep seeing ladies, and especially even in my world, that are constantly obsessed with the fact of the bingo wings, right? I know you get it, and the culotte de cheval. And I totally get it, because let's be frank, like whenever a woman wants to feel good, there are few things, like especially a few things that she wants to get rid of. She wants to feel comfortable, she wants to feel confident, and so I'm gonna go deep into how to actually get rid of the culotte de cheval and get rid of the bingo wings. And it all comes down into how you are training. So let's talk about this, because I have been going to a Pilates class. Well, I do need my classes as well. Like, I'm the kind of person that needs the training, needs someone else's eyes as well, because even if I am the teacher, like being taught by someone else, it just opens up your eyes in a different way in what you're doing, how you're training. Because even if you're teaching, it's always good to have someone else giving you corrections or making you see the world from a different point of view. That's why I love training with so many others, because it enlightens my world, it enlightens what I do and how to create. So it makes me see things from a different point of view, but that's another story. And what I've noticed, because when I get into classes, I've noticed that there are people that have changed their body and their physique, like quite noticeably, and some others haven't. And there are these two things that, like, as I said, the culotte de cheval, that a woman doesn't want to have, especially when you're wearing your shorts or tight clothing, and the bingo wings are something that, for confidence of a woman, it really kind of brings us down. I'm one of those, like, even if you say, oh, but you've got the nice physique, I know as a woman you want to have specific shapes and you want to actually work your body in a very meticulous way, and especially you want to get into your clothes and feel so freaking confident that you can walk anywhere. And come on, let's say it, we love it when people look at us. And when I noticed this thing, I said, well, there are some untold specifics, and when you're doing certain exercises, it doesn't matter. Like, if you're going to the gym, you probably could be going to the gym and say, oh my god, I've been going every single day and I have not seen the change, or I've seen that I'm more bulked up than ever, or I feel that I'm tighter but I haven't seen many changes in these parts of the body, or I have been going to Pilates class and I have not seen the shape that I needed to see. And so there are very specific things that I know. That's why I keep going back into the ballet world and the way ballet makes me feel, and the way ballet actually trains your body, because it's so meticulous, and we look into specific ways of moving that no gym, no Pilates, no other thing will ever give you. When I get into a class, I can't help it. Like, as you can see, I can't help it. Like, I know that I have to put myself into, this is not your class, this is not what you, like, you're not meant to give corrections or anything. But now this is my channel, so I can give corrections, I can tell you what works, I can tell you what doesn't, and I'm not there physically to actually put you into place, but I can give you these specific tips. So let's start from the upper body. Let's talk about why you still have those freaking bingo wings flipping around even after doing all your triceps or your biceps, or like lifting weights, and why it's actually not working. So first of all, I've got a t-shirt so you can actually see. But let's talk about the triceps. Honestly, I feel that every time someone makes me work with the weights in a specific way, the only thing that we are doing is kind of bulking up the muscle, right? So we keep adding weights, so the tricep, especially the triceps, are getting tighter. But that doesn't mean that when they are at rest, they are engaged. So yes, you're working, but at the end of the day, when you're relaxed, this happens. But what happens if you train it the ballerina way, which I absolutely adore? So when we have our arm into second position, if you look at it, we never really drop our arm. And the way we train, we never bulk our arms. We never get them to get bigger and stronger because, come on, I personally, as a woman, I like the shape of the muscle. I like sculpting it. I get it. I don't like bulking it, and it's something that really gets me. So from here, whenever I look at it, the way we position our arm in second position, if you're very meticulous about it, look at my shoulder. My shoulder doesn't move, but what we do is just moving the elbow. And that little movement of the elbow, see how it's actually flattening up your muscle there? Look, difference from here. Little there, there, it's so small and so meticulous that when you are working, so next time that you're doing your exercises, that you've got your weight in your hands, that you're doing like up and down, instead of just going up and down like this, or where your tricep and your bicep are actually working, think about where is the second position of the port de bras that Alessia said. So the shoulder actually goes slightly back. Yeah, you rotate it's like in and out, in and out, in and out. Yeah, think about like a movement like this. So the shoulder is going back, the elbow's coming up without moving the shoulder. Yeah, we're not doing this. Yeah, and then the forearm is coming up. Yeah, like it's going slightly down a little bit, and your arms and your wrist is actually following the arm. There you go. You're actually flattening up. You probably can feel it. You're flattening up your tricep like never before. So we don't need to sculpt and get bigger, but we actually only need to flatten it up and to engage different muscles, because probably by doing this and thinking about this, so what you've noticed is even your shoulder blades is working and you're elongating your neck. There are so many things happening with one small movement. So yes, I'm throwing stones a little bit off at this kind of way of working, that we need to do more squats and we need to do more things, and it's like, when actually the way of working, it needs to be more meticulous in thinking about where the movement comes from and how to make it so your body sculpts rather than bulk. The second thing I want to talk to you about, which I'm gonna show you later on because I'm not gonna move the camera right away, and it's about the culotte de cheval. The culotte de cheval is when your thighs are actually bulking out to the side. So rather than having a nice feminine, like I call it feminine kind of shape, you feel that the muscle on the side, they're going bulk. All right, that's not. Like, I know you think, I'm fat. No, you're not. Like, it's, again, the way of working. Because if I do work in a wrong way, that's exactly when the muscles are turned and bulked up in the wrong, what I call the wrong way. What I love about the ballet way is that when we want to shape and straighten those muscles, what we need to think about are the rotators muscles, which, funny enough, they're not just the muscles that they help you to work on the turn out. Actually, if you think about rotating the muscles from your inside thighs, you might feel that the glutes are connecting even more. Your pelvic floor muscles are lifting, which in that case, the thing that is happening is you're, in a way, flattening your stomach as well, yeah, because it comes from underneath. So you are flattening the outer thighs, you are lifting from your pelvic floor muscles, so it's lifting everything up, flattening your belly, and you are also, surprise, surprise, shaping the calves, which are not gonna bulk out to the side. So if you're ever in stilettos or high heels, you're not gonna walk around like Whoopi Goldberg, yeah, in one of her funny shows. you are gonna look so elegant and so beautifully in control that the leg and the muscles are gonna look long and elongated up to the, from the back of the leg up onto your thighs and your glutes. That will make your legs 20 centimeters taller. So let's think about, like, if you place your feet in parallel and think about squeezing your thighs in a under, going towards the under, you will feel all these muscles actually engaging. That will help you get rid of the culotte de cheval. So as you can see, if you're thinking about the under muscles and how they will work the full on leg, making it nice and long. And this is the only thing that you need whenever you're doing even your squats and your releases or your lifts up into your rises up onto demi point. That's exactly what you need to think in order for you to get rid of the culotte de cheval. So it's not rocket science. There are a few little meticulous things that you gotta think about in order to change the shape of your body. And that's exactly why I've put together my favorite workshops that will teach you exactly these two things. Number one, we will work on the arms and the way your arms move. So we don't actually need any equipment or any weights for our muscles to shape up. And the other workshop that concentrates on the rotator muscles, on the under muscles, in order for your legs not to have these bulkiness on the sides. So we work exactly that into elongate the muscles and elongate the thighs and calves and pelvic floor muscles, lifting up, flattening your belly. This collection I called Aplomb, and you can get it in the link in the description box below, so you can start practicing right away these two specific things. By the way, I also have a bonus. If you find yourself with rounded shoulders after a year that you've been to the gym or you've been to a Pilates class, ladies, there is something that your instructor is probably not telling you. Your posture, by the way, if it is Pilates and or at the gym, your posture should be shoulders not back and squeezed, but shoulders down, boobies out. Come on, I know you want to do it. I will not, like, this is me. I told you before, I know that if I see you down the road and I know that you're training with me and you say, I'm your lazy dancer, and I see you in this position, I swear I'm gonna pretend I don't know you. So think about like the posture, because the thing that we work when we work on upper body and the arms is specifically the posture. I cannot bear anyone that says that you're doing Pilates and you're in this position here. This is the first thing that you've got to correct. Shoulders are coming straight to the side and down, elongating the neck. So none of this, put the chin in, shoulders out, not back, out and down. This is the position that you've got to have all the time. So if you're going back into your Pilates class and you feel that your shoulders are rounding down the front, think that you've got two elastics at the back. They're going blook, and two little toothpicks in between where your bra is and your shoulders. So every time that you do this, you're actually poking yourself on both sides, yeah? Two toothpicks that go pook out to the side. So this is very important, yeah? Think about your posture. Think about how your muscles are engaged. Think about where the movement is coming from. So remember, the arm to the side is not flopping down or with the bingo wing. It's elongated. See, let's start from practicing this with me. All right, so elongate, two toothpicks out to the front and two little elastics to the back where the shoulder blades are. Aha, you're already lifting up. Can you feel your belly? All right, good. Feet parallel, very nice. Control, feel the rotator muscles, like your legs are going, ooh, imagine that you've got, remember when, you know when you put your tights on, that they are wrong and you like, they feel all rolled up, yeah, like they're going in spirals? That. So you've got your tights that like up onto, like you're lifting up and you're pulling up your tights and you go, oh no, they're all rolled up. That is the feeling of your rotator muscles. Very good. Squeezing the orange. Feel this butt squeezing. Feel the pelvic floor muscles coming up, very good. Now probably this is happening, so shoulders down and out. Chin is going slightly back, beautiful. Let's try with the arms to the side, yeah? Wave at me, bingo wings, oh no. All right, very good, and from here, shoulders are out, elbows are lifting up, and the wrist, it's lined with your elbows. Look, you've already got flat arms. From there, 2 eggs under the armpits, coming down. In a better. Great. If you want to keep working on this, remember Aplomb. My collection of my 2 favorite workshops are right in the link in the description box below. You don't want to miss this, because I don't know how long it's gonna stay there. So you wanna get in there now and start fixing and start making those arms and those legs and those culottes de cheval disappear once and for all.